there, Jen Roque here at stampcampwithjen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, and welcome to today's craft video. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click on that bell so you never miss a video notification. I'm so happy you decided to join me for today's project. This is what we're going to be making. It's a little post-it note holder with a mini pen. It's really quick and easy to put together, and I'm going to show you how to do it, okay? So the pens, and if you go to stampcampwithjen.com, you'll find all this information as well. But the little mini gel pens are from Hobby Lobby. You get about 10 in a pack for $2. And then the post-it note pack that I found is, I actually got this one from Target, and it has 6 post-it notes, and I think I paid about $4 or $5 for the whole pack, so not too bad. And they actually color coordinate pretty well, so that's why I picked that pack. So let me show you how to do the base, and then we'll put everything together, okay? So I've already got a piece of Blackberry Bliss, and this is scored at, I guess it's this way with the smaller square on the left side. This is 3 1/4, 3 5/8, and 4 inches. And I'm actually going to bring my Simply Scored scoring tool in here, so you'll see it again in a second. But if you look here, 3 1/4, 3 5/8, and 4 inches is where they're scored, okay? And what we're going to do is we're actually going to fold it on this center score line. We're going to fold it in half, and it doesn't matter which way, but you'll notice when we fold it in half here, there's a little bit excess. There is one side that's bigger than the other, but when you line it up on your Simply Scored scoring tool, it doesn't matter if you put it in with the bigger side on top or on bottom, okay? And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make 2 little score lines, one at 1 inch and one at 2 1/8, and we're just gonna score just until we meet that horizontal score line here, okay? So now we have those 2 little score lines right there. And now we can put our Simply Scored scoring tool away. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep this piece folded in half, and where we made those score lines, we're gonna cut just until we reach that score line, that horizontal score line. So we're just gonna cut those 2 little notches so you have that little flap for the pen, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold this top end backwards. I'm gonna fold the bottom end back as well. And I'm gonna burnish with my bone folder. It looks like my lines are a little crooked, but that's okay. We'll adjust that when we burnish. There we go. And we'll fold these as well. Okay, so now you'll see you have like a little mountain valley fold in the middle there. So what we want to do is this top section we want to pop up, and the bottom section we want to pop up. Okay, so now you're going to have these 2 little tabs on the inside here. Go ahead and burnish those again, and then we flip that top piece over. You have that 1 little tab on the outside there, okay? So now we'll open this up. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab a little bit of tear and tape here. So looking at this right now, you want to make sure the square that's bigger is on the right hand side and the square that's smaller is on the left hand side, okay? And then we're just going to take some tear and tape, and on these 2 tabs that we made, we're going to put a little bit of tear and tape on each one on the right hand side. Get it to hold. All right, there we go. And then I always like to take my bone folder and kind of really press that tear and tape on there. And then we're gonna grab the back of the tear and tape and take it off. And again, this is the bigger square, this is the smaller square on the left. We have our tear and tape on the right hand side, and we're just gonna fold those little tabs over so that that tear and tape sticks on that bigger square, okay? So now what you'll see when we kind of flatten it out, you have the squares match up, and you have that little section where our pen is going to go. Let me show you real quick. So our little pen is going to slide in there perfectly, and it's where we scored. Now that bottom of the pen is flush with the bottom of the Post-it note holder. Isn't that adorable? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a Post-it note pad, and these are just 3x3 Post-it notes. They have 70 sheets of Post-it notes in each one. And I'm just going to grab one of these out of here. Doesn't matter which color, they all kind of match. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take tear and tape and put tear and tape on the back of my Post-it notes. Just a few, maybe like 3 strips of tear and tape. And I'm just going to rub that down with my bone folder, make sure it's good and stuck on there. And then we'll remove the backing. And these are great. End of the school year is happening right now for a lot of folks, so these would be great teacher gifts to give them. These are good Christmas gifts. These are good for craft shows. If you like to sell at craft shows, these are great. Okay, so now in this square that's on the right-hand side here, we are going to center our Post-it note in there, and you'll have a little bit of a border all the way around. Okay, and then we can close that. And now what we're gonna do for the front is I have a piece of DSP. This is the Flowering Tulips DSP and Soft Succulent cardstock. So the Soft Succulent square is 3x3, and the Flowering Tulips is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, and I'm just going to take a little bit of seal. I'm going to move my adhesive up a little bit and take a little bit of seal and just adhere that to the center of the Soft Succulent. Okay. And then I'll take that whole thing and put it in the top here. Like I said, as you can see, very, very easy to put together. So now this just gets centered on the front. A little bit of a border there, very cute, right? And then for our greeting here, it says, "May your days blossom with joy and happiness." Now this is from one of my favorite stamp sets, the Easter Friends stamp set, and that's where we got that right there, that "May your days blossom with joy and happiness." This is in the January through June 2022 mini catalog. I love this set so much. It's so cute. So that's what we're using here. And I just have a scrap piece of basic white, and we're going to use Blackberry Bliss to go with our base here. And oh, one tip I wanted to give you guys about these ink pads that somebody shared with me recently. I know these can be really difficult to open. So if you have a hard time opening them, all you have to do is you kind of put it upside down, and at the bottom here, you push and it'll pop that top open. I know especially like the newer pads that are really tight, they can be really difficult to open. So I just thought that was the coolest trick that somebody showed me recently. So I wanted to share that with you. All right, so may your days blossom with joy and happiness. So cute. And I stamped it crooked, but that's not a big deal because we're gonna die cut it out. No problem. So now what we're gonna use is we're gonna use a stitched rectangle die. If you're looking at these from your own dies, this is in, you have the big section up here and then the smaller section. So this is the second smallest stitched rectangle. It also measures 1 inch by 3 inches if you just want to measure it. So that's what we're using to cut this out. All right. So I'm just gonna grab I still use my Big Shot because I ordered the new magnetic plate and it's supposed to be coming today. I'm really excited about it. So once I finally get it, I'll be able to play around with it. I've heard lots of good things about it. So I'm really hoping that it'll be a good one, a good replacement as compared to the last one. So we just want to kind of center our rectangle. This might be the most time-consuming part of it. All right. And then we'll die cut this. Ooh. And pop this out. Oh, so cute. I love it. I just thought that saying was so adorable because you could really use it for any occasion. It's really great. So now all we need to do is we're going to actually take a few dimensionals and pop this up on the front here. So I'm just going to take about 3 dimensionals and pop this up. And I just centered it. You could put it however you want on there, but I just put it on the center right here. And right there. And then we slide our little pen in. And that is it. How adorable are these little Post-it note holders? Oh, and one tip I wanted to share. You can actually use these clear medium envelopes. Like if you're doing a craft show, these fit perfectly in these envelopes. So you could take them, slide them in there, and you could just, you know, take the backing off and package it like that. Or if you wanted to do like a little tag topper on the top, you could do that as well. But they fit perfectly in those clear envelopes for packaging. So I wanted to share that little tip as well. So all right, guys. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this project. I hope it gives you some gift-giving inspiration or some craft show inspiration. If you need any of the supplies for today's project, please shop with me, Jennifer Roque, at StampinUp.com. I send everybody that orders through me a free gift in the mail soon after they place their order, just FYI. I also have a shopping incentive program called Campfire Rewards where you get a free $50 shopping spree through me that you can read all about at stampcampwithjen.com. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below what you think. I love hearing from you guys. All right, well, until next time, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.